She's a member of the House Oversight Committee. First of all, Congresswoman, thank you for helping us on the radio. That's point number one. Point number two. What happens next? It's very clear now that Chairman Comer does not want on the news. He does not want a special counsel because he thinks that would slow down or indeed even stop the investigation by the Oversight Committee, which has gone way farther in a few months than what DOJ did in 5 years. So what's the next step, Nancy Mace? How do you see it?
Well, I want to make sure that Chairman Comer of the Oversight Committee has the power to continue this investigation. He's done a great job. I trust him more than I trust the DOJ. To your point, I don't know why it's covered up. We've seen the stonewalling that's been happening, the obfuscation of information in this investigation. So I want to make sure that we can follow this through wherever the facts take us. And the facts are pretty damning, Larry.
You know, I just noticed, I guess this morning on Fox and Friends, Speaker Kevin McCarthy said he would look favorably. Do we have a soundbite on this? All right, here, we'll play some sound, Nancy Mason, in case you didn't hear it.
Okay.
We don't have sound. Okay, somebody whispered one thing to me and then they whispered another. All right, I'll just talk to you directly.
That's okay, Larry.
Without any intermediaries. That's what we love about live TV. So Speaker McCarthy basically said that he would look favorably or might look favorably on an impeachment of Merrick Garland. But I thought the point was to pursue the investigations of Merrick Garland and the FBI and whoever else, and that impeachment, if and when it came up, would be against Joe Biden for high crimes and misdemeanors for taking a bribe from a foreign national.
Well, in this case, the Oversight Committee needs to win public opinion and show overwhelming evidence of corruption, of fraud, money laundering, racketeering, bribery, you name it. And so the Oversight's investigation must continue on, and then charges would be referred out from our committee. But this is a very substantive, a very serious investigation because Comer's a very serious guy. This isn't just for sound bites. I mean, we're finding real information. We're connecting the dots. We've shown through FBI documents of a potential bribery scheme that has been happening. And then when you corroborate it with other emails and text messages from Hunter Biden's laptop, we have to follow this thing through. And we don't have a lot of time. And so we've got to get bank records, subpoena more bank records in foreign countries, because the one thing that the Ukraine executives were bragging about, they said it would take the U.S. government 10 years to find where the money came from and where it went. We don't have that kind of time. We have about 10 months that we got to wrap this thing up and show the American people what really happened.
Is the banking evidence and the so-called suspicious account reports from Treasury, which is real stuff. I mean, it's not like Camp Hillary Clinton making up stuff. This is real stuff from the Treasury Department. Is that sufficient, do you think, to investigate Mr. Biden on the charge of bribery? Is that sufficient, or will you need the so-called Burisma oligarch who was on the lam? Last I heard, he was at the gambling casino in Montenegro. That's sort of a joke, but it could also be true.
We need
but in all seriousness,
we need the tapes.
You need the tapes, or is the banking records enough?
We need the tapes. We need bank records. We need everything, because we need to show overwhelming evidence of corruption, of bribery. I believe that's where we're going, but it's going to take money. It's going to take time. It's going to take us working with other countries to get that information, because some of this started obviously overseas, and we've got to get cooperation from those banks overseas to get those records to show the evidence, because just basing this off of the suspicious activity reports will not be enough. It's not enough clearly for the mainstream media, but we want the American people to see everything that we've seen and show them where the money came from, where the money went, who didn't pay taxes on that money, and who is corrupt, because Biden is the last name on there. And there, I would imagine, several family members, including the President of the United States. And this will go wherever the facts take us.
Nancy, more Biden family members are appearing than anyone ever dreamed possible. And they all had an LLC. And they all got money. And it's just the damnedest thing I've ever seen. Nancy Mace from the Investigations Committee and from the great state of South Carolina, thank you ever so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Larry, as always.